Hello, I'm Beardy Blocks. Welcome back for another TT tutorial. This week it's Sector 7. Now it's much easier sector, this one, bit of a respite from Sector 6, so let's get in there and have a look at it. Okay, lights, as it is with other sectors, it's another one where it's good to get a good run into it, because you've got this flat out bit before we get to Ballaugh, and you come through this little chicane thing called Ballaugh Cobb. It's really quite easy, this chicane, just go flat out through it. It's a matter of knowing where your curbs are and going flat out and all the way down to Ballaugh. Now Ballaugh, this is a bit of a troublesome bit for people. It's probably the most famous spot of the track. Now believe it or not, in real life they do it at 20. I'll just go for it in this at 90s because you don't really have to worry about breaking your bike or anything like that. So yeah, just be careful. I take it out wide, so I'm looking for the shadows of the trees. That's my braking point for this one. I'm coming flat out into it, all the way down into second gear. And then yeah, right at the last minute you angle and aim just to the left of the corner of the Raven pub there, and I usually give it a little squirt of throttle as I'm going over the bridge, but you don't want to land with any throttle, because if you land with throttle it'll buck you off the back of the bike. And then yeah, now we're flat out all the way down to whatever this is here. I think it's Ballacry. And yeah, this one it's another one. Just be brave on this one. It is flat out, so you come flat out round there, and then you've got this little crest just after that can be a bit menacing sometimes. But yeah, just try and keep the front end down, and then down through this wooded section, this flat out sort of stretch down to Quarry Bends. Now, first one's a right-hander. Now, I would say in my demonstration it's probably going to be a flat out one, but it's a bit dodgy taking it flat out. My advice is ease back a bit and then get the bike straight. Use the kicking it down a gear to flip the bike back over for this next left-hander, and then just be very easy on this. Well, as soon as you've got that right-hander, you can really go flat out then all the way on to what is the straightest part of the track, which is the Sulby Straight. It's a bit of a breather. It's a strange place to think that you can take a breath going 200 mile an hour, but it is really the calmest part of the track. And yeah, and it takes us down to Sulby Bridge at the bottom. Now Sulby Bridge, I'm looking for shadows, which is slightly different in the morning than it is to the day. I mean, there is a signpost on the side there. The braking zone is just before that, and then it's a second gear right-hander at the end. Now once you come round this corner you're flat out, but then you come to Ginger Hall. Now with Ginger Hall, if you come out really far out to the wide right so that you're ready to swing it in left, try and keep, what I do is I generally crawling in third. I say crawling, I'm about 50% throttle until I get round it, and I gradually open it up. But you need to be very careful of the front end here. It's so bumpy that it can bump the front end up, especially on the last of the bumps before you reach the right hand corner. But you want to be in fourth before you get down to this next corner down here, which is still, I can't even remember what this corner here is called. So yeah, and you should be in fourth by the time you reach this corner here. But then you come down, bring it down into third, and then just easy back on the throttle. But as soon as you're round it, you flat out then, but swing her out to the left. I like to take this right-hander on quite a wide line, and then take a very late apex, because you've got to flick it back. You've got this horrible wall on the outside, it's very skinny. But yeah, and then we're over the finish line now. Let's have a look where I am in the standings on this one. Right. Well, as it stands, I am 52th in the world, which is a lot more doable than some of my other sectors. From now on, they kind of drop off a little bit. This is my lesser sort of practice part of the track. But then, but yeah, so this should be quite an easy one to beat, I think. And I'm not necessarily going to go for me top 20. I know I've been in the top 20 quite consistently all the way through. I think anywhere above where I'm at the minute, and I think that'll be a reasonable demonstration of how to go fast through that sector. So let's see what I can do. Alright, I take it back. Maybe I will make it into the top 20. Yeah, it was surprisingly smooth for me. Didn't mount a single pavement for a change. But then, yeah, and that's quite a hairy sector as well. You spend a lot of time in the air. It's very much a motocross track. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm Beardy Blocks, aka Travis Pastrana, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.